You're listening to the Taheebo Tea Club radio show, hosted by Milan Vukovic, founder of the Taheebo Tea Club.
Welcome to the Taheebo Tea Club radio show. Our programs on Friday from 11 a.m. till noon and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. are live listener call-in shows. Now, since the Taheebo Tea Club's original peer, Pau D'Arco Taheebo Tea, comes from the only tree in the world the fungus doesn't grow on, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. Parasites would be something like stomach problems or Lyme's disease. Inflammation would be something like rheumatoid arthritis or lupus. Infection would be any infection from a tooth infection to a bladder infection. Bacteria would be any bacteria from gum disease to stomach issues. Viral would be something like herpes, HIV, or the coronavirus. And fungus would be something like toenail fungus, yeast, or candida. But maybe more importantly, Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea builds corpuscles in the blood, which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. Our immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer happens to die on oxygen. The tea is great for healthy people, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to infection, diabetes, or cancer. Our tea has no contraindications with any food, supplement, or medications. It's naturally caffeine-free and can be drank in any quantity throughout the day by anyone over the age of 3. In my family, everyone from my 23-year-old son to my 89-year-old father drinks the tea all day, every day, instead of water. I just drink water 3 or 4 times a week when I get tired of drinking a tea. Taheebo tea naturally helps the body, the organs, and the immune system to heal themselves to be doing what they're supposed to be doing in the first place. Besides the beneficial properties that I already mentioned, since the tea works through the bloodstream, it helps fortify the blood for those who are anemic, while cleansing the blood of cholesterol, helping to control high blood pressure and blood sugar. Now, if you're currently taking medications for a condition, please continue taking the medication until your measurements are at a level where your doctor tells you to reduce the level of medication. For example, if you're diabetic, you should be taking your blood sugar level daily in order to know your current dose of insulin, and you already know how to adjust it. Now, talking about diabetes, it's one of the easiest diseases that one can actually see your tea working on a daily, weekly basis, because a diabetic is taking their blood sugar measurements on a daily basis. So, let's say a diabetic is taking on average 40 units of insulin per day, and one metformin in the morning and another metformin at night. They need to take their blood sugar reading daily because some days they'll be taking 30 units of insulin and other days they'll take 50 units. Well, that's a huge change of 40% that they need to know about. So they keep taking their medication and they start drinking our tea. In 2 to 3 weeks, they'll notice they only need 30 units of insulin on average per day. In 4 to 6 weeks, they'll notice they only need 20 units of insulin per day. And at the same time, they can throw away one of the metformins because they'll only need 1 metformin per day. In 6 to 8 weeks, they'll notice they only need 10 units of insulin per day. And in 8 to 10 weeks, they'll notice that they don't need to take insulin anymore, and they can throw away the other metformin as well. So, even though the complete healing period for diabetes is 2 to 3 months, they can see the healing before their very eyes. Now, the reason it's important to continue taking insulin or any other medication that a person is on is because the tea is not a drug that is replacing the drug that a person is taking. The tea is literally healing the organs to do what they're supposed to be doing in the first place. And let's face it, none of us is getting any younger. In the case of type 2 diabetes, it's helping to heal the pancreas to produce and release its most important hormone, insulin. And that's what it's supposed to be doing. With a little bit of effort towards good nutrition, exercise, and our tea, you'll be able to get off of insulin and other diabetes drugs in about 2 months. Not only that, many times diabetics are overweight, not because they're eating 5 times as much as everyone else, but because, of course, their organs are not processing blood sugar properly and metabolizing food properly. Now, during a 2-month healing period, a diabetic may only lose about 5 pounds. But after their organs are healed and processing blood sugar properly and metabolizing food properly, they lose 10 to 15 pounds a month until they get close to their proper weight. One day, I had a man phone me to tell me he was going to send me a picture of of his wife. Well, I said, well, okay, but why? He says his wife was a diabetic, and she kept taking her medication and started drinking the Taheebo tea. After 2 months, she was able to get off the medications, and during those 2 months, she had lost about 5 pounds. But after that, she started losing 15 pounds a month, and in 4 months lost 60 pounds, and she went from 208 pounds to 148 pounds, and she looks and she feels fantastic. Well, no kidding. If you take a knapsack with 60 pounds of rock in it off your back, of course you're going to feel fantastic. Now, don't forget our programs on Fridays from 11 a.m. till noon, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., our live listener call-in shows. So call 877-488-1360 to ask questions live on the air or to share your successes with Taheebo Tea. The number to call is 877-488-1360. Once again, that live call-in number is 877-488-1360. And don't forget, you can also stream our programs and listen to them anytime, day or night, on iHeartRadio. Just download the free iHeartRadio app on your cell phone, or if you're on your computer, just go to iHeartRadio, and either way, in the search engine of the app or iHeart's website, simply search for Taheebo, and we'll be the only ones. That's it.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with Milan and more from the Taheebo Tea Club radio show in just a minute.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.
Welcome back to the Taheebo Tea Club radio show. Now, this next segment is a segment with live listener call-ins from previous shows, and you'll be hearing their questions, their successes, and their experiences with Taheebo Tea. So please do give us a call and let us know how the tea works for you. Thank you.
I was informed by a parishioner and met us 2 days ago about this tea of yours, and I have a condition where it's a precancerous condition, and I have to have have operations. But my concern also is I have a good friend who has gone to the doctor and has trouble with his blood. He's very fatigued and everything, and the doctors have said he doesn't have cancer in the blood, but he's got very low white blood cell count, and they just are not helping him with it, and he's trying to find a doctor, and he's working at this to find some way to help his energy. And this person happens to be a priest.
Yeah,
So
our tea is absolutely incredibly beneficial for fortifying the blood, because that's exactly what the tea does, is it works through the blood cells. And a low white blood cell count is indicative of the body trying to fight something off and having a hard time doing so. So, for example, when we're fighting off, a fever or something like that, our white blood cells jump in, and we'll end up with a slightly lower white blood cell count for a little while until we beat the fever. Then the blood cell count normalizes again. Other times when we're fighting issues such as cancer, so the white blood cell count can get dramatically low, and especially, for example, cancer patients that are receiving chemotherapy, their white blood cell count will get down to, somewhere like around 500 instead of being around 2,000, and they're in such their immune system is so compromised that they can't even go to the hospital to visit somebody if some of their other relatives are sick in a hospital or whatever the case is. So it's tremendously beneficial for fortifying the blood, and it should definitely help the gentleman that you're talking about. Now, with regards to your precancerous condition, what type of precancer do you have?
It has to do with the female organs, that I have a recurring type of vital cancer that they have to keep an eye on every 3 months, and I have to go in for checkups on it. And the pain, the surgeries are pretty painful. So we really like to avoid it anymore.
Yeah, absolutely the case. Excuse me. The tea should also be tremendously beneficial for you. Not only is the tea effective for cancerous masses, it's also effective for other types of tumors and masses as well. We had this one case about 3 or 4 years ago where this woman had a fibroid tumor the size of a grapefruit in her uterus. And because of the job that she had, she was traveling. She couldn't come back and have surgery performed. And so she ordered the tea and started drinking the tea. And in about 6 weeks, the tumor shrunk to like a cluster of grapes. In 3 months, it shrunk to the size of a couple of grapes, and in 4 months, the tumor was completely gone, and she never did have to have surgery or anything such as that. So there's certainly hope that it will do the same thing for you. The important thing whenever one is trying to get rid of something is to drink sufficient quantity of the tea. So anybody can drink as much as they like. In my case, I drink 6 to 8 glasses a day because I drink the tea instead of water. But in general, somebody who's relatively healthy and just wants to keep their immune system up and maintain good health needs to drink tea regularly, 1, 2, 3 glasses a day. But if you're trying to really get rid of something, whether it's a tumor or diabetes or cancer, at that point you do want to drink our tea like water, or instead of water, 6 to 8 or even more glasses a day. And that's really easy to do because our tea has a really mild, pleasant flavor. So for British people, for example, our tea is too mild flavored because they're used to drinking really strong teas. And so they'll routinely make our tea 5 times as strong just to make it a little bit more bitter. But our tea has a really mild, pleasant flavor, so that's easy to do. Do you have any other questions for us today?
Can you add any creamers or anything like that to the tea without it affecting?
Yeah, and nothing you add to the tea will affect the tea, but the only thing you don't want to add to the tea is something that's bad for you in the first place that'll feed the tumor or a cancer or diabetes, so that would be sugar. But other than that, if you want to put creamer in it, or at the same time that you're cooking the tea up, if you want to slice up an apple, a peach, a pear, cook it up with the tea, it'll taste just like that fruit. Or cook it up with cinnamon, it'll taste like cinnamon. Or ginger, it'll taste like ginger. Or, of course, after you're done making the tea, you can squeeze lemon into it, or you can also put creamer into it as well.
So, like for my friend, how much, because his blood, he is so without energy, how long do you think it would be long for him to have to take this for to benefit him?
Oh, for energy, it brings energy very quickly. We're talking about people that are taking chemotherapy that, don't want to get out of bed, that are completely lethargic. In 2-3 days, they start getting up out of bed and walking around and doing that sort of thing. So somebody who's not in that grave a condition, it'll work for just as well, and he'll start getting his energy back like within a couple of days.
How with somebody with eye problems, macular degeneration, does this help the eye?
The tea has a lot of beneficial properties, but it doesn't help with it does not help with macular degeneration or cataracts.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with Milan and more from the Taheebo Tea Club radio show in just a minute.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.
Yeah, I just had a couple questions. My dad has type 2 diabetes.
Yep.
And he's older. He's in his 70s, and he's starting to have some infections on his leg. Yep. I was just wondering if there was any benefits for, what the tea would be useful for in that situation.
Oh, tremendous benefits, because diabetes, just as you mentioned, has a lot of side repercussions to it. Everything from neuropathy in the legs to losing one's eyesight. It can actually be devastating that many people don't understand or realize when they're first diagnosed as diabetic. So, is your father taking insulin, pill like metformin, nothing, or what is he doing?
He takes insulin like several times a day.
Oh, okay. Well, what he's going to notice is this. As I mentioned, is that he needs to continue taking his insulin, and he needs to start drinking our tea. And let's say he's taking 20 units of insulin in the morning and 20 units of insulin at night, or whatever the mathematics is. It works the same way percentage-wise. So what will happen in your father's case is he keeps taking his insulin. And because he is taking insulin, he's measuring his blood sugar on a daily basis because he needs to know how to adjust his dose of insulin. So in 2 weeks, he'll notice that he'll be able to reduce the morning dosage to 15 units and the afternoon dosage to 15 units. In 4 weeks, he'll be able to adjust the morning dosage to 10 units and the afternoon dosage to 10. In 6 weeks, the doses will be able to be reduced to 5 in the morning and 5 in the afternoon or evening. And in about 2 to 3 months, he'll be able to get off of insulin altogether. Now, what's happened during that time is the tea has not replaced the insulin. What the tea has done is helped to heal the pancreas to be able to produce its most important hormone, which is insulin, at the proper levels that it's supposed to be producing it at. Now, once that happens and the pancreas is healed, your father will start getting the healing effects for the other issues that are being caused by the diabetes, because at that point he will not have to take the insulin, and his organs will be functioning properly. So that's fairly common in terms of diabetics. So typically what happens is this, if we go back to my example of reducing insulin intake every couple of weeks by about 25%, what happens is this: let's say that your father's blood sugar reading taking insulin is actually perfect. Let's say it's 99 every morning when he gets up and he takes it. And okay. Usually it's not exactly 99. It'll be like close to 100. Even with medications, it'll be 100, 110, 105, 98, something like that. But just for discussion purposes, a perfect insulin level is under 100. So let's say that his with taking his medication is perfect, that it's at 99. And so he starts drinking our tea and keeps taking his medication, and he'll see his insulin level dropping to 98, 97, 95. Well, when it gets down to 95, he's realizing, hey, the tea's actually starting to work, and that's when he can reduce his medication by about 25%, and then it'll go back up to 99, 100, 101, somewhere around there. But in the next couple of weeks, it'll keep going down because he's drinking a tea, and once it gets down to 95 again, then he can reduce it by about another 25%, and it'll come back up to 100, whatever the case is, somewhere around there, and then it'll start going down again. So once that happens over the course of a 2-3 month period, and he cuts out the medication altogether, his blood sugar level will be at the same reading where it should be optimally, and not only when he's taking his blood sugar on a daily basis, but even more importantly, when he gets his A1C level checked, which is checked over a 3-month period. Now, even if he doesn't get it checked every 3 months, let's say he's getting it checked every 6 months, it's still a reading of the blood sugar levels over the course of a 3-month period, which is more accurate, of course, than taking a one-time reading. Because a one-time reading, if a person doesn't eat the day before, his blood sugar levels are going to be fairly normal. If a person eats something, they'll go up, whatever the case is. So, and when he goes for his regular doctor checkups, I'm sure they're taking his A1C levels, and they'll notice that his A1C levels are in line. As a matter of fact, if the next time he goes for his appointment is 3 months out, his doctor is going to be amazed that his A1C levels, in the 5.7 range or whatever the case is, somewhere around there where it's at the optimum level. And the nice thing is that the tea tastes great, and you got to drink something anyhow, so he can just drink it instead of water. And and for diabetes, it works on virtually everybody. We're talking about the success ratio for diabetes, type 2 diabetes, is over 90%. So from that standpoint, God willing, it'll have the same benefits for him that it's had for so many other people.
All right. We'll love to get back to you to let you know how everything goes with them.
Absolutely. And then a 1-pound package of our tea makes a lot of tea. It makes 300 8-ounce cups or glasses of tea. So even if somebody's fighting a potentially life-threatening disease, or they're drinking a tea like water, 8 glasses a day, 1 pound will still last 5 weeks. So he'll certainly have time to see that the tea is working. Now he won't be over his diabetes in the span of a month or 5 weeks, but he'll be able to see, oh wow, this really is working. My blood sugar levels are dropping. I've been able to cut out some of the insulin. So I'll look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you so much for calling.
Yep, thank you. You have a good one.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.